9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the silent stream, where everything shall be silent, but you will never see where I am.
Well, JK, hello, it is I, Sonic, the amazing DM of the Astrial campaign. I don't know where I was going with that gag. Hello, welcome back to Astrial, a homebrew campaign created by yours truly. Now, last session, we had 2 players down. We had Cypher, who's still over in New Zealand. Should be their last week over there. And a Phoenix who had work. Last session, a little bit of dilemmas caught up to one of the players of Black Knight. As consequences came chasing after them. Apparently, Black Knight had basically robbed a vault of a particular order in Hawes, a city in Philstrand. 2 Alflings, Alfolk, basically apprehended, caught up, I should say, to the party, and with the dilemmas, they somewhat interrogated the party, asking their whereabouts. After a little bit, Black Knight decided to actually step out and just deal with the consequences, seeing that they were betraying to be the good guys and actually help out the circumstance rather than trying to apprehend a fugitive and throw them in a jail cell and let them rot there for eternity. Now, in doing so, Black Knight basically was given a tracker device, but where we left the session was Black Knight receiving a letter from one of the Owlings known as Winter, the white Owling who had been the nicer one out of the 2. Let's go back to the party now, and seeing that we only have 3 of us today, as we have a Melody Pond, also known as the Ruby, of the Rose Quartz, and then a Phoenix, also known as the Azura Silvingston, and then we have a Ice Prince, Ice Prince of the Elysinia. There we go. I'm really fancying up their titles, but let's get back to the party. I am very exhausted.
Yeah, okay, so you're Brad Height, okay.
And he's taller than Tim.
Damn it, I forgot to freaking say something weird. Damn
That
it!
was weird. You said, and you're Brad Height.
Oh, okay, good. If that's weird to you, I'm glad it's weird.
No, I didn't realize you were doing
He does it every single stream.
No,
No, I stealthed off. I made sure of it.
yeah. Didn't realize that Tim was muted and
Yeah, he's been doing it for the last 5 minutes.
yeah.
5 minutes. It wasn't that long.
Felt
Anyway,
longer.
Hello. How are we all?
Hi.
I feel like I am drunk on tiredness.
Sluggish.
Excellent.
I am full of energy for someone that's had little to no sleep.
I swear you have stole my energy.
I probably have.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm sluggish just like my internet is right now.
so for reference, the person who wasn't here last session, but has actually recapped on the stream. You
I'm a good
guys
player.
had basically been caught up by consequences for one of the party members, Black Knight, who had apparently raided a vault and made out with a bunch of gold, at least 10,000 gold in total.
Damn, that's a lot of gold to kiss.
No. And
Gold number 1. Gold number 2.
okay, I need to focus.
Gold number
Alright.
4.
But
What
yeah,
happened to 3?
I said 3.
fuck's sake, guys. But yeah, basically there
Oh,
was the
number
good
5?
cop and the
Oh,
bad
number
cop.
6.
Okay, you guys shut up.
Go number 7?
Stacy,
Gold number
I will deafen everyone.
And I will undeafen everybody.
I don't
Okay,
deafen
let's
myself.
keep going.
Alright,
I'm sorry.
We love you, Sonic.
Yeah, so you had the good cop and the bad cop, which Winter was the good cop, basically trying to persuade you guys into just turning in Black Knight, and basically the consequences will be just very slim. Just basically a slap on the wrist sort of deal. But Hoove, the bad cop, wanted you guys to give up Black and give them serious consequences, but that's how they work, apparently. Further development, Black Knight eventually turned themselves in after you guys were discussing what you should do with Winter. Basically, after that, you guys headed to the Asgul Keep to fill out some documents just to make it official that Black is now a part of an adventure group that you guys still need to name. They have given you that piece of paper so you guys can fill out that name when ready and then send it into the nearest, like, Aarakocra Messenger Guild or
I've got an idea.
an
The Lost
actual
Plots.
kingdom. Or guild. One of the two. And what was that?
The Lost Plots.
Lost plots.
Sorry.
But yeah, additionally to that, Black has been given a tracker device, so if they remove it or attempt to destroy it, basically they'll have a bunch of the elite sent after Black Knight, and this is a big if, you guys trying to stop basically them taking Black Knight into custody, they will be, like, given the get-go to deal with you lot as well. But yeah, where we left off the session, Winter had basically handed a letter to Black. So we'll start from there. Obviously Black isn't here, so I asked Black before session what would their response be to the letter, seeing that they were opening it and reading it. So you basically see Black look down, read this letter for a couple seconds. Those who want to peer over the shoulder or something can basically, on the back of this piece of paper, you will see a sort of a golden rose sort of motif. I don't know if I've got it. I'll just double check. Rose. No, I don't. I think. I'll just double check my messages between someone because I may have sent it to them.
Oh, who are you sending them to? I'm gonna have a look.
It was a discussion I was having with one of my friends a while back. No, I didn't send them the picture. picture of.
There is too many people I can think of that he's possibly sharing ideas with.
I can't find it though. Where is it? I'm probably going to do a brief skim to try and find it. If I can't find it, I'll just... Because it's a very...
Look, is it that important that we need to see it?
Not really. Anyway, but it's
Well,
a
then let's
golden
continue.
rose motif on the back. And eventually you see Black look up towards Winter, do those sort of cat like eyes from Puss in Boots, and just instantly nod. And you see Winter smile at this, like if they could smile with the beak. Probably like just that sort of like slight edging around like the beak.
It's a glimmer in her eyes that
Yeah.
show that she smiles.
A glimmer in the eyes. Excellent. Well, if you are willing to join, that makes this a lot more easier. Now, for you lots, that makes this a little bit more easier. Now, what I am about to reveal is confidential. If it leaves this room, we will be sent after you. Got it? Basically.
Oh, we have had no choice but to say got it.
I believe your half-orc friend was with you, but I don't know where they are, but...
Can we tell the brew?
You are more than welcome to tell the brew, but just make sure to keep it confidential.
Okay.
Now, if I may, and she reaches over to Black to basically grab the letter. Now, I will read this out to the lot of you, just so you can get a brief understanding of what is going on. Dear Black Knight, we are writing this letter to you, asking if you would like to join our ranks. We understand that this might draw confusion as we offer you this position after the current circumstances. However, this is mainly because we are impressed by how you and your friend Reginald managed to sneak into the vault. In managing to sneak past some of our best knights, we grant you this rank with full pardons of your crime. However, if you choose not to join our ranks, we'll still be treating you strictly. Sorry, there's a typo. However, if you are reading this, it means you came in peacefully, meaning we'll grant you safe traveling with your companions as a registered adventurer group. However, my knights have been ordered to give you a tracker. Any means to remove or destroy it will result in sending our elite to capture or kill you. You have been warned. That is a warning to all of you as well. Lastly, if you wish to be safe from the sinners of ambition, highly recommend joining our ranks, seeing that you didn't leave on good terms with them. Your friend Reginald has already joined and made some good progress in the ranks. Signed, Raylin Littlefoot. Now, she looks back around the room. This title is not granted that commonly, especially to someone who has stolen from our vaults. My master, Raylin, She is a direct descendant from one of the founders. She was the one who gave that order to grant Black Knight here the rank of a knight of the Order of the Golden Rose. The Order of the Golden Rose has been through many generations now, well before the Godly War. Your friend here managed to infiltrate the Founder's vault. Inside that vault was lots of rare magical artifacts, including one of the Founder's great weapons. Fortunately enough, we apprehended Reginald before he could make out with the artifact that he did actually successfully almost steal. Black Knight here was only capable of stealing some of the gold, about 10,000 at least. Now, additionally, obviously granting the rank to Black Knight means all of you have knowledge of this, correct? Now, as I stated before, this does not leave this room, or me and Hoove will have to be sent out to apprehend you all. And Hoove chuckles at this. He's just like, yeah. Now,
Like it.
lastly, the Order of the Golden Rose. Yes, it has been around for many years, but it was created as a secret organization. Those who do know about it is usually particular amongst the guards, and has only got very minimal information about it. Basically, it's just an organization that protects. That statement is true, but we protect from a far greater threat, one beyond the stars. Nox Littlefoot, our founder, had a great vision one day. Speaking of a great creature in the unknown, an eater of all worlds, and one day we'll finally make it here to Astrial and devour our world. He spoke of a group. In fact, we believe it is you lot.
What armor?
Jill.
He spoke exactly these words. A new age will be formed when the children of the old meet a group of adventurers in a crumbling old ruin, designed to test their loyalty to each other. One with a mask of many faces, another with a fragmented soul, another who lost a lot more than they could have asked for, a thief who is cursed to be small, and last but not least, the fire and ice duo that are destined to be a deadly duo.
Oh god.
They will come closer to each other after a tragic end of an ally, and then they will grow closer once a new age has been brought to the present, a creature lost to the old, and with it, the new age comes. That is what our founder, Nox Littlefoot, spoke about. And what scares me the most is it matches all of your descriptions, including the Hirsch.
Oh,
Oh,
isn't
God.
that just convenient?
Zora looks at Ruby. Yeah, well, yep. I don't think many people match an ice description.
How do we know they didn't just come up with that on the spot?
Our founder, Nox, he was a powerful seer. He could see the future before it would even come. He could see centuries, millenniums into the future. I know for a fact that this has to be true. It matches all of your descriptions. We don't know what this creature he spoke of is, but all we know is it's capable of destroying our world, everything in it, all life, gone like that.
I mean, I ain't complaining. It's something.
I'm sure all of you must have a reason for being together. We've only been tracking you for a couple days now, and we picked up on you so quickly, but there's a reason you lot are together.
I just. What if it's another group really, 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 really far into the future?
Matching all of your descriptions? Very unlikely, but it is a plausibility, but even then...
Because I can't see myself
Fire and
being a
ice
duo
you're
with that one.
the water ganassi here, Azura, you have icy qualities. We've heard about it from passerby citizens and those who have witnessed you even casting ice. The fire ganassi, well, it doesn't really specify a pink one, but even then, a fire and ice duo. The one with a mask of many faces. You wear a mask 24/7, but even then, we don't know exactly what that means. But the thief who is cursed to be small, the small tabaxi right in front of us all. What are the chances of that?
What if it's just a genetic defect?
Even then, a small thief.
I don't know. It sounds kind of crazy.
I know it does, but Nox, he was powerful in his capabilities. I personally believe that you lot are destined to be together.
You might want to rephrase that. So Ruby here is destined to be together. um.
That's not on purpose, what are you on about? Look, I'm not one for this superstition sort of stuff. But even with our founder Nox, I've read bits and pieces in a book, but he was powerful in what he could see. He saw this come to vision. And to this day, we were just tracking Black Knight here, and then when we started uncovering more clues, this destiny he spoke of, it came and hit us hard. We were shocked by the fact that it was so close to you lot. I know it's a lot to take in, but please believe Winter here. I know I'm not the friendliest of types, but
Yeah, of course. You're not the friendliest.
it's an appearance I've got to keep up.
Finally. Or just
I believe you,
time-
Winter.
Next time when you're scaring someone like so badly, please don't scare them too much.
I understand that he may have scared you a bit too much. He does get carried away. I'm sorry, I do. Look, about the damage to your friend's shop in there, we can cover it. Any damages I may have done around town, we will cover it.
I'll be back to make sure.
Understand. Well, additionally, about all of that and our founder, please do not reveal that to anyone. We try and keep that our founder was a powerful seer from the likes of the world in case the wrong person gets that information.
We have plenty of secrets we're already keeping, so another secret won't matter
Additionally,
much.
we would like you all to come to Hawes when you can. We understand that you have a reason for being here in Zabras, but we haven't figured that one out yet. And you're more than welcome to tell us now if you'd like, but if you do not wish to, I completely understand. Looks around
I
the
think it'll
room.
be fun to see you try and figure it out.
How's Azura feeling about that?
Well, now that I can speak,
do two-factor. Nothing.
yeah, Azora will look at them and be like, actually, I do have a couple of questions.
Excellent. Basically does that owl thing where they turn their head, but it's almost like a 180.
You've put a tracker on our friend,
Correct.
Black Knight. Who exactly has access to that tracker?
Well, most of the Order actually has capabilities of tracking that. I'll let you know if you have any concerns, as we do know about some of your run-ins with those Order of the Moon, we believe they're called themselves. Now, our Order of the Golden Rose, we are a very tight-knit, very strict. We do not hire the likes of certain people free willy. We hire into our ranks through a very specific method. Your friend here was granted permission to join through the highest of means, meaning coming from our current leader. That is a true honor. I'll let that sink in to you there, Black Knight. You can see Black's now, like, quite happy at this.
Damn, someone better let that sink in.
When we are hiring, we usually look at those who have the nicest qualities. someone who is loyal, someone who is kind, looks to Hoove, and sometimes someone who has that loyalty but in a very intimidating way. Hoove just gives like a side eye. Now, your friend here, they were given their rank as they managed to impress us, all of us in fact, the whole order. When the whole order in fact found out about how the vault was raided, it impressed everyone. We have safeguards to prevent anyone with magical means to even enter that room. And the fact that these two managed to tunnel straight in and steal from the vault, it actually dumbfounded us. We were so sure that we had that protected, but apparently we didn't. After questioning Reginald exclaimed that they heard about it through one of our order who accidentally let it slip in a public space. And after some intense studying of the city, they discovered the location. And they discovered they could travel through the sewers and dig a small tunnel and eventually enter the vaults. It actually mind blew us because the one spot we didn't consider putting a magical trap for, they discovered it. Either through pure luck or through destiny. Now, I will go deal with some of this paperwork. You all have the paperwork to do with the guild name or the adventurer group name. You can either be a guild or just an adventurer group. It's up to you a lot. There's 2 sides to the form, but feel free to fill out either, or you can fill out both. Thank you for your time. And Black, please behave. We'll be going now. And she basically gestures to Hoove, and Hoove heads out of the room. Leaving you guys to
Odd.
your whims.
I don't know if I could trust destiny. Whatever.
Hmm.
He starts daydreaming as she waits.
Zora's gonna look over the paperwork.
Yeah, so basically it's just generalized paperwork, mainly for like Black. But like it's stuff to just basically say that they will accompany you guys if they retreat from you guys. There will be consequences where they will have basically the elite sent out to hunt down Black and apprehend them with lethal means if necessary. Then there is additional paperwork for obviously the guild or adventure group, which Winter was suggesting mainly an adventure group for you guys. Basically, what this entitles for the adventure group is it's a way of keeping in touch with a particular group of adventurers out in the wilderness, because obviously adventurers are always on the move. They will be able to send a letter directly to that group, and it means they'll be able to track any one of you guys through locate creature methods or other methods. Basically any of that. Additional paperwork is for Black again, stating that if Black does any sort of magical means to basically negate the abilities of them tracking, they will get a ping notification sort of thing saying Black has attempted this. They'll send one of their elite to basically question why they did this and use lethal methods if necessary. There will be a lot of that lethal methods if necessary things in this paperwork, but yeah. Additional sort of stuff is you all have to sign everything in this room that was said is confidential. If spoken out loud, there will be consequences in massive punishments of being imprisoned and serving long-ass jail times. Yeah, basically all that. After a little bit of you like reading this, Azura, Winter comes back in. I forgot. I am so sorry. You had some questions for me?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, what were they?
Well, you originally... Sorry.
No?
You originally mentioned that you weren't sure what we're up to, but you mentioned about how you know about the Guild of the Moon, the Cult of the Moon,
Yes.
and then I asked about the tracker.
Mm-hmm.
There was a reason why I asked about that tracker, and that's because I just have some worries that
It's a closed circuit. We operate very strategically. Our trackers are usually disguised in a means so that way no one really notices it. As you can tell, it is an anklet, so it's quite small. It can even determined as just a form of fashion. So that way, anyone who does come across it, they can just dismiss it as a piece of fashion. Whereas anyone a part of our guild order, it will come across as they are being tracked by us. Additionally, I understand your concerns that it could be, how do I put it, intercepted by enemy secret organizations or something like that. It is completely closed circuit, so no one can possibly infiltrate it. In doing so, they would have to have some very powerful, potent magic in order to even accomplish that. As these particular devices were created by Nox himself.
she's like nodding at everything as it's being explained. And then once like Winter finishes, she goes on to say, okay, and now I read over Black's paperwork and the paperwork we have to sign. You want us to become an official party
Correct.
but that means putting our names out there. And personally, with the current mission that our group is on, that could be a risk.
Well, I understand the concerns of that. I am recommending it for a reason. Now that Black is an official member of the guild, the whole guild is backing him. Her.
So she's she's basically got an army.
Somewhat. Basically, what this entitles is that we want you to, how do I put this, be out there for a reason. That way we can draw out their spies, draw out those who are part of their organization, and we'll deal with the background stuff while you lot are fighting the front lines.
Jen.
Are you going to say something then, Dylan?
No. Like out of character right now. I'm just focusing on other stuff at the moment. It's
All good?
A question.
Yes, what is it?
Forgotten it. It was a really good question.
I will be around at the inn if you wish to speak more with me. I am more than happy to have questions there.
Oh
Just
no, I
remember the
remember it now.
confidentiality.
I remember it now. So you know how you said if Black strays from us,
Right.
things like he'll get tracked down, she'll get tracked down and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What if she gets kidnapped from us and we're trying to find her? And it wasn't her trying to break, like, any
I'll
of the
let you know.
rules.
I can't reveal too much as you lot aren't within the ranks, but those trackers have a lot more than tracking their whereabouts. If that gives you the information you're looking for.
All I care about is she won't get hurt.
She will not get hurt
Okay.
unless she means to hurt.
Okay.
Our
Makes
elite
sense.
are trained to apprehend mainly, but also take out with lethal means if the situation requires it.
Makes me feel a little better.
As I stated before, Hoove is in training for our elite. The elite are a higher rank than me. Think of them of... how do I put this? An assassin. But rather than the lethal means of an assassin, they're trained to apprehend. Now, as I stated before, I forgot a little bit of things that I need to do here in town, but I'll be at the inn if you lot want to speak further with any questions you may have or may have not figured out yet. Thank you. Additionally, I do have one question before I do go, and that is for you, Azura. Where... Yes, where were you lot when you arrived here? I questioned Blaze, the stable hand at the wagon hire. He said that you guys hired a sand crab, well, a couple of you, and then you were gone for a lot more than the designated time period that you guys were given. And eventually the other two went out in a horse and wagon, if I was correct.
So, Debrew, Luciana, and I, we went to do a quest for Blaze, borrowing his crab to help train them, and we did a mission for his sister.
Yes,
But then
Ember,
along the way,
correct.
some complications occurred, and we were meant to be on our way back, but then some private complications happened.
Elaborate on the private part.
It's to do with our current mission.
You are more than welcome to tell me. Everything that is spoken in this room is confidential. Just remember that. You lot may be sworn to secrecy, but also I am as well.
Azora looks Winter over, instinctively puts a hand just against the side of her. It doesn't look obvious, but to her it's against the satchel, but it's not obvious because the satchel's underneath her clothing. And she sighs.
Do a sleight of hand with advantage. It's hidden. She'll be doing it with disadvantage. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Advantage?
she looks like you up and down, but yeah, doesn't seem to have noticed.
The Cult of the Moon, we had a run-in with them.
Order of
And
the
we
Moon,
had
but
Order of the
it is
Moon,
basically
sorry.
a cult.
The Order of the Moon, we had a run-in with them and we had to deal with some loose ends.
Right. Well, the sands here do have a bit of magic to them. Perhaps you were transported. People have been rumored to be teleported around the desert.
That is actually what happened.
Well, there you go. Perhaps you encountered them through teleportation means then.
It sounded like the most plausible explanation.
Well, thank you for at least giving me that. I feel like there's more to this story, but I'll let you come to me with that in the future. And yeah, she basically walked back out the door, heads off again.
Looks around at the group. So, we shall wait around here until hopefully Debrew finds his way back here.
Miss him.
Black just silently nods.
Well, I know where I'm going. Yes.
Sounds about right. I forgot to have music on.
Zora rolls her eyes as Ruby walks out. And I'm gonna go find the Messenger Guild. Oh, I'm talking to myself. I
Yeah.
will catch you guys later.
Skip, Betty, skip, skip, skip. Yeah, Dylan's
Dylan's AFK.
yeah.
Yeah, Azora's gonna go find the Messenger Guild,
Yep.
which
you
I think is
remember
this place.
Just it's that big tower to the left.
Yeah.
Like you can see the arrow coker flying out and stuff.
Yeah, you can do Ruby first if you'd like.
Okay. That's fine by me. Go down the road. You can see like basically all these like desert sort of goblins. Like they're all just like raising their arms up to you, Ruby, as you walk by, just like,
You wanna buy some of this? I can trade you this.
Always a bad deal, I'm guessing.
yeah, that like one's got like this giant like French horn. Just like basically points to you. What have you got on you? Basically, like
Yeah,
you're
but
pointing
it
at your
pointed to
crossbow
my
and stuff
warhammer.
like that. Like another one's
wait,
like
wait.
holding
A French horn?
a bit of
Give me a
sandstone
second, let
and
me
just
see
like
what I have.
starts like trying to like point towards your amulet.
Oh, I might be able to find something they might like because I really want that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
Meanwhile, Azora's gonna try the technique that Debrew told her to try, which is pretend like it's something very important that you cannot live without and they want it.
Hmm.
Alright. I should percentile die to see if they've got anything that's enchanted. Alright.
The mum's there. I'm thinking go back to Scott to Feeny.
Okay, go back to Azura. Alright.
I'm honestly thinking, I'm like, do I want to go in? Do I want to go to the other one? Do I want to go to another one? There's so many places to go.
Yeah, like Azura, you head over to the Messenger Guild. Basically, this large spiral tower. You can see like little perches and stuff, and like Aarakocra sitting on there. You can see them getting like letters handed to them, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Azora's gonna approach like the reception main desk, whatever you want to call it, and just get the attention of whoever's there.
Yep. You can see probably actually quite a young Aarakocra. Aarakocra lifespan is about, I think they go to about 10 years or something like that. I can't remember.
Well, 3 years old is adulthood.
Yeah.
If you remember Quill, he was an adult at 3.
I gotta remember.
It'd be about
Aarakocra.
10.
I can't bother looking it up right now. But yeah,
Just
like,
say this one's 1 year old.
probably like at least near 2, I'd say. It's like he's getting close to that adulthood, but not in it yet. Yeah, like he looks up at you and he's just like, oh, how may I help you?
Hi, just curious if perhaps any mail has happened to find its way towards this direction.
Mail. For whom?
Azura Silverstone.
Azura Silverstone. Like he opens up like a very large book. Starts like tapping along the like page like markers. There's basically little page markers with letters on them. And he like taps along each one until he gets to S and then taps it. And it was Silverstone, right? And the book flings open on that. And then, like, Silverstone. We'll say... Yep, and then flicks a couple more pages over. Silverstone, there we are. There is... Yes, there was a letter that was delivered, actually. But it was in the process of being delivered, and our Aarakocra that was delivering it actually fell into a bit of a predicament, apparently. Was this letter important by any case?
Well, for me, it's important.
Right. We apparently have a retrieval team being sent out to get the Aarakocra out from where they had fallen, but the letters are also being retrieved as we speak. I am sorry for the dilemma, actually.
Oh, it's quite alright.
It happens quite rarely, but sometimes an Aarakocra has a bit of a situation. We had one a while back that lost their wing in a lightning storm.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but... Oh,
Inside joke.
yeah. How is unfortunate? Is the Aarakocra okay? Like the
Yes.
recent incident and the
It
one
was a
that...
recent incident. They're quite fine now, but yes, they're just a little bit saddened by the whole situation, as they're now not able to do their flying like they used to. They're actually one of our best. Could deliver a letter in under a day if it was in the same continent.
Understandable. It is such a great loss. And the one that had the accident with my letter, are they okay?
Well, apparently they're still being retrieved. We're not sure if they're okay, but all I can really disclose is that they were in a bit of the predicament.
That's okay. I'll be at the inn if any news comes in.
Right.
Thank you for the information, and I really hope that Aarakocra is okay.
Yes, I can basically disclose that they were flying over the ocean at the time, and some reason they fell into the water, and all we know is that they're somewhere in the ocean. Chances are they could have drowned, unfortunately, but hopefully they are alright.
I pray to any god or deity that they are okay.
Thank you. Will you be in town at all? I can send word once we retrieve the letter.
As I mentioned before, I'll be most likely at the inn. I don't plan to leave the town, at least not today anyway.
Right. Well, I'll send someone if it has been retrieved for you.
Thank you very much. And with that, she'll nod respectfully and then turn on her heels and walks out.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time she's had her hood covering her hair and everything like that.
I suspected as much.
Yeah, she never takes off her hood.
Yeah.
Anyway. Is Ruby ready?
Yes, Ruby ready? Has she decided
Yes.
if she wants to trade or not?
No, she's not trading. She's going somewhere. Somewhere else. Somewhere you would not expect.
Okay, I'm kind of actually very surprised you're heading up to the stables.
Right. Knock knock.
Well, it's a gate, you can just open it.
I know, she walks through the gate and says knock knock at the same time.
Which would be open. And, like, you see Blaze, like, he's basically cleaning one of the wagons. Hello. Ruby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your everything sorted?
Ruby has a small look around. She's very sad after she realizes that the crab's not back. So,
I take it you're looking for your friend, DeBrew, wasn't it?
yeah, I miss him.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard anything. I'll let you know when I do hear anything. But yeah, he hasn't turned up at all. Especially with Onyx.
I'm sure he'll be back sooner or later.
Well, if he turns up soon, I'm gonna pretty much give him that crab. I just hope they're both alright.
Sure, they'll be okay. He's lasted without us long enough, so I think he'll be alright.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is there anything you need while I'm here?
Anything I need? Don't think so.
Okay.
I've had my tea, I've had my breakfast, I've had my cup of nice refreshing water. Yeah, I'm good, but thank you for the offer.
I feel very lost right now.
Ugh.
Like, I've gone into Flood Shop one too many times, and I just want to go back, you know, but I also don't want to, because I don't want him to get any ideas.
Yeah.
But his shop is kind of like a safe space for me. I like clothes.
Well, his clothing is more attuned for desert weather, but maybe if he asks him, he might make you a nice, pretty dress.
He already has, and she turns around and shows him.
It is a nice dress. For
Like, of course, this is
desert
made
weather.
up.
You can see, like, he feels awkward now. Well, Princess is doing well.
She is?
Well, actually, she's been a bit missing you lot by the looks of it.
Oh, that's her over there, yeah?
Yeah.
Ruby walks
There's
up
obviously
to
other horses,
Princess.
but I've just left Princess on the map.
Yeah. Ruby walks up to Princess and gives her a bit of like a pet.
Yeah. Yeah, like basically headbutts your hand and stuff like that.
Oh, Princess. We're not gonna be here forever, you know, girl.
Kind of like, basically like brushes its head up against you.
Oh.
Clearly in disappointment.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna go to my happy place.
Well,
I
have
just
fun.
Feel bad. Last
Yeah.
time I went there, someone decided to interrogate me and basically punch a hole in the wall.
Was that the one that crash landed here a little while ago and stuff when before the whole shenanigans?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in a little bit ago actually, before you rocked up. basically said he would pay for any damages. I said there was a hole in the wall that he left, and it was a hole that's been there for years now.
I mean, he deserves that.
I think he realised as well, but he felt too guilty.
Okay, that is absolutely the best thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, I told him he could head back to Floods, and because I remember you saying that he did do a bit of damage.
I'm gonna make sure he fixes the damage and yours.
He's fortunately enough, he gave me a bit of a pre-deposit. 10 gold's worth.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder where he got that 10 gold from.
I love that you got that immediately, honey. So basically, Winter just be like, here, take this, go do your rounds.
Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I'm gonna pay Flight a visit again, but I'm gonna head down to the general goods store and say hi as well.
Alright, well, yeah. Winter, I think it was, the white owling. Can you just, when you go out, make sure that they did rub out that weird circle thing?
Weird circle thing?
The thing that transported them here. Well, transported that healer.
Right. Yeah, I'll try and ask her. She's on the way.
You'd remember that she did it just outside as well.
Yeah. She pets Princess again, and
Headbutts
she
you
walks.
on last time.
She walks away.
Oh.
Oh my god. I'll let her know. And then she walks away. Okay. Na 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 na. So where is she again? So here?
Yeah, she was over at the inn.
With Mum?
Yeah.
Okay. So she doesn't forget, she's just gonna go straight in. She'll be like, hey, wait, hey Winter.
Yes, hello, how are you?
I'm okay. Blaze is just a little creeped out about your circles.
Oh, yeah. My magic circle?
Yeah,
The one that
if you're
allows me to teleport, yes, I can rub it out if he wants me to do that.
if you can, that'll be amazing.
I completely understand. There's one in the keep. I forgot about it at the time, but I preferred to have one that was directly here.
Understandable. He's just a little bit freaked out about it.
Understandable.
Hey,
Me and
Mum.
your brother were discussing about you, actually.
Oh, about me?
Only the good news, dear.
It better be.
I was telling
I mean,
you
what other news is there?
about how you've been going out about your adventures on your own.
Yeah, it's been quite scary.
Yes, and from what I can hear is that you're a bit of a capable fighter now.
Yeah.
Your mum
She's
gives
just
you
like,
a wink at that.
yeah. I did not expect what happened when I was when I came to pick you up, Mum.
I've told her bits and pieces. You don't need to be vague, dear.
Okay.
All I mentioned was that we're at a temple that was called the Temple of the Moon.
Well, at that temple, when you were waiting for us, I may or may not have found a lot of power. That was inside me all along.
Well, I'm glad, dear. It has always been with you.
I one-shot someone. Okay, I need to go. Bye.
Moments sometimes. Yeah, I've heard so many weird things from them lately, but like when I just met them, but there's some weird things that these lots speak of sometimes, and you can just as you leave.
This girl is like Ruby just kind of shakes it off as she walks into the general store.
Want to cut to Dylan?
Yeah, we can cut back to the Dylan.
I'm
What
back.
is Dylan doing? So what is the Cinia doing?
Yeah,
Like
I
Black
don't know.
Knight would just be sitting there. Basically, I'll just roleplay a little bit of them. I'm gonna sit here for a little bit.
Alright, you do that. I'm gonna...
I promise I won't run away.
You better not. I'll walk away towards the over towards the ocean. It's like down, basically.
Sounds good. Did you want me to move
Can you? Yeah, can you do that?
I'll just drag you straight over. I'm assuming you're just going down to like where the boats are and stuff.
Yeah.
Knowing Blue, he would so attempt to try and run away and just see what it would be like. But the funnier fact would be just like because Winter and that would be here, they would get sent after because they're the closest ones. Anyway,
I'm gonna look specifically to the east, or no, to the west.
yeah,
It would be.
the west, yeah. Yeah, you look towards the west. It's a vast ocean, like this particular ocean. I haven't really named the oceans yet, but you can't really see any small islands or anything like that in the distance, but there'd probably be a boat coming in, dropping off supplies and new people coming to the continent. But yeah, like the sound of like the crashing waves against like the sand of like the desert. Nothing really major picks up or any feelings. I should more specify. Just the feel of the ocean and the wind and it's bringing.
Yeah.
Is that all the Cinea's doing?
Pretty much, yeah. Just looking out to the ocean, probably looking at the old map.
Yeah, like looking at the map as specified, it's very old, so it doesn't really have anything to do with the Sky Cities or anything like that. But yeah, like looking at Zabras in particular, it's the only desert part in Zabras is this small section in the middle section of the map. Like that was the closest to no, not the middle. The near where Spire would be listed. That's the closest to a desert that you would see on the map. Like where the rocky area, like Rav North, Ark, Prismerk, and all that sort of stuff. Like that particular part on the map is mountainous and like rocky areas and stuff like that.
What changed here? How did it change? And yeah, that'll probably be pretty much all I do for now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still having the troubles with this.
Mm-hmm. Head over to Azura then. What's Azura doing now?
At all my
Once
stuff.
Azora has done with the Messenger Guild, she's gonna head back towards the inn.
Mm-hmm.
So past the goblins.
Yeah, you can see the goblins like they're raising a bunch of random stuff towards you. Just give me a particular moment. I need to find it. Is it? Oh, that one. Screws it. I'll just get up a character sheet and I'll just scroll through it. Because that would be way more quicker than trying to actively find the thingy. Keep scrolling, just keep scrolling. It's at least uncommon rarity. Is it? It is under the name yeah, so like basically you when you walk past you see all the goblins like they're just immediately on you like a pack of wolves. Like they're just like all over you sort of thing trying to get you to trade with them. One in particular though, like he raises up these goggles and they're odd shape, like they sort of appear as sort of like bird's eyes. It's like the shape of like feathers sticking out from them. You can see these odd tinted lenses over them. And he raises it up, like basically pointing at. We'll say, what have you got? Probably a great axe. Like there we go. He's like starting to like point at like your great axe. He's like,
I'll trade you these goggles I found. I want your great axe. Yeah, your great axe.
Zora, like, looks at these goggles. She's intrigued because it's something she's never seen before. But she's gonna. I probably need to roll a deception soon. But she's gonna chuckle and be like, "You don't want this great axe. It's blunt and it's useless and it means nothing."
That's updated. Because your old character sheet.
However, this tinderbox, however, has been passed down through generations of my family.
Alright, roll your deception then. These guys aren't that bright, so I'm gonna re-roll their insight. Be so glad they've got a -1.
They roll a 7.
Yep. He looks at it and he's just like,
Whoa. It even has fancy inscription on the side.
Yeah, that's because it's a family heirloom. You won't find another one like this.
Ah! Dear, I trade you these goggles.
And with that, she'll hand over the tinderbox.
just create a custom item on your character sheet and just say like strange bird-like goggles.
Yep, I am deleting my tinderbox and I am adding a custom item.
Because I don't have the unidentify thing anymore because it doesn't work with this update. Because if I did, I'll just give you the item and then have it so it says unidentified item.
It's okay, I do everything on D&D Beyond, it's easier on me.
Yeah. Yeah, like, also while you're, like, walking through and trading, you can see Licinia just down, like, by the water.
Looks towards Licinia and just decides that Licinia likes her, their time to themselves, and just once she's finished this trading, continues on towards the inn, looking over these goggles with interest.
The strange goggles.
I can't remember what this is. The entrance here, isn't it?
Yep. So there's two entrances. So like there's one that's like underneath where you guys stayed at, and then there's basically like an inn, which is just like where you buy food and drinks and stuff.
Oh, well, she's going to go into the inn part because she's kinda looking for Winter.
Yeah, you can see like Winter sitting down with like Ruby's mother.
Yeah.
They seem to be bonding,
It's-
having drinks and stuff.
Yeah, and Zora walks in and heads over towards them.
Like, they wave you over and stuff when you walk in. Ah, Azura, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh no, we were just bonding. Discussing about travels and stuff. Did you know that Ruby's mother here, she's an ex-adventurer?
Yeah, I did overhear that conversation that she had with her daughter about her being an ex-adventurer.
Yes, well, she was telling me a bit about her adventures. Yes, we were attacked by an owlbear once. Very deadly creatures.
An owlbear? How interesting.
Yes.
I haven't been attacked by much yet. The biggest thing was a wyvern, but I scared that away.
Oh, well, that's very impressive, in fact. You managed to scare it away, wow.
Yeah, is that a big deal?
Looks you up and down again. Well, yes, actually. Someone like me can barely even intimidate it. You can tell she's just in shock now. Like, now that's finally registered. Even
Oh.
Ruby's mother's, like, actually kind of surprised by this.
Even I was surprised by it. Oh, I will keep that in note then that wyverns normally are not scared.
I managed to intimidate a wyvern once in my lifetime.
Oh,
Yeah. Was it a wolf? Started with a W. Oh, I can't remember.
starts to re-clean the bar down.
Zora just gently chuckles at the daftness. But yeah, I actually came to speak with you, Winter. I know again, but
Oh, it's absolutely fine. Is it private information?
oh, it's just more something that I didn't need to keep the others waiting around to talk about.
Oh, right. Well, if you're more than happy, I'm more than capable of listening. Is it something that you would like Ruby's mother to not hear? No? I'm more than happy to go into another room.
Oh, it doesn't really faze me. I was mainly going to ask, obviously you spoke about the destiny thing, and I believe it because, well, what are the coincidences that you would have a
And
party
I'll
of
be
the
back
exact
in a sec.
description? That's okay, Mel. Because what are the coincidences that we would match the exact description?
That's
Um,
what I believe as well.
but I wanted to ask a little more in depth about it. Do you know anything about like phenomenon of like a water genasi being born with ice or anything?
Well, do you mind taking your hood off for 2 minutes?
Zora nods and like reaches up and just gently like flicks it off her head.
Well, I'm sorry in advance, Freyloff. I'm going to just be casting a bit of a spell. It means no guests for the time being.
I'm back.
And you see, basically, Winter cast the same spell that, out of roleplay, you would know as Private Sanctum, which basically, she cast it just in the area around you lot, so kind of like a small box, just confining you guys, rather than the full size of what it usually would cast it to. But yeah. When Nox basically, how do I put this? When the destiny was first laid out, set in stone sort of thing, we went through searching for people with those capabilities. We even searched Ganas, of what it was at the time, before the rupture. Even then, there was no water Ganassi with icy qualities. No one in all of our generations had qualities of ice. Even when our previous knights and everyone spoke to Nox himself, he never mentioned who this water Ganassi would be. I fear that you might not even be an actual Ganassi from, how do I put this, Ganas. Even in this whole world, Astrial itself, a Ganassi with ice qualities has never been seen before. I won't lie, I spoke to your grandparents.
She raises an eyebrow at this.
They said they found you when you were a baby. I personally believe there's more to that story than they were letting on. I could see that they were lying and hiding something. Perhaps they might not want to tell someone like me, but want to tell you. When you go home, speak with them. Speak to them. Tell them that you know there's something more to this story. I believe they are hiding something. Something that they don't want you to know. Because they fear it. Maybe they fear what consequences there will be towards you. I could tell they were good people, but even then, they were scared to tell me.
Zora is silent. Her face is kind of emotionless right now, as if she's just thinking about the words that Winter has been saying. Sort of not knowing how to respond. And full disclosure, that's because the player doesn't know how to respond.
Additionally, looks towards Rose. This is confidential. Please keep this between us. Your friend with the mask, as I stated before, we have very little on them. But with the information from the Destiny, our seers, our ancestors, all looked into that destiny that was set in stone. They researched every aspect they could of it. One with a mask of many faces. Of many faces. That, it always stuck with me. It stuck with many of my ancestors, in fact. I know after the war, it sticks with me. I believe they're a changeling. It makes sense. They hide their face, and someone with many faces. I know changelings were hunted, almost to extinction, and occasionally you'll see them around. Hell, there might even be a changeling here amongst us in the town somewhere. But I personally, they are just a race. They shouldn't be hunted to extinction, just for what they did during the war. They were used for spies, I understand that. But in a war, there's always going to be a spy. And just because their race was good at being a spy, because they were capable of changing their face at will, does not mean they should have been hunted to extinction. And looks to the both of you. I think if your friend is a changeling, let them embrace that. Use it, in fact. I believe they've seen many faces. They can always use that ability for things to come. And you, Azura, I understand you wear that hood because you're scared of what you look like. You are beautiful, and you should not hide that. I personally I shouldn't be saying this, but I personally hide things that I'm ashamed of. And she basically pulls back a bit of her like clothing, kind of like clearly was hiding something behind it, but she pulls like a bit of her clothing down and reveals this long scar across her like chest. I received this while apprehending someone. I always hated it. It made me look ugly. But now I'm slowly embracing it, and I think you should do the same. Embrace what you look like. Yes, you are maybe a water ganassi. Maybe not. You could be a whole nother type of ganassi. An ice ganassi. But that's for you to decide and for you to embrace. I can't force that upon you. Like how I couldn't force Black Knight to join our ranks. I'll let that sink in. Anyway, end of that discussion. She clicks her fingers and the private sanctum dismisses. Sorry about that, Freyloff. I will let you get back to business. Sure thing.
Zora has kept her hood off at the moment. And she's sitting with them, thinking about everything. I mean, I was going to tell her more, but that's, she made the choice to end that, so, yeah. And she's just going to whisper a soft, thank you.
No, thank you.
Back in a minute.
Did we want to cut to Melody?
Yeah, we can go to Mel across the road.
Hey, I'm making sure we all have fair time.
Hello. You're welcome again.
Hello. I'm just here to see if you need anything.
I need anything. Not really. I'm pretty well stocked and my store looks better than ever.
Okay.
That's friendly-ish bird folk came into my store a little while ago and he gave me a lot of coin to fix up my store. Very nice fellow.
Did he hurt your store in any way?
Oh, not really. He just said he's sorry for any inconveniences, and this was basically a apology amount of coin. Yeah,
Okay.
he gave me 30 gold. Pretty good, actually.
Not bad. I mean, he could have given me some gold for saying sorry, for like scaring a living
Maybe if you
poop
see him,
out of
you
me.
could always ask him.
No, I'm too scared to ask him anything.
He did scare you a bit from memory, so I'm glad you're feeling a bit better.
A bit better, definitely. I'm just trying to not go to a certain store because I keep feeling bad
It's
about
starting
it.
to get a bit around town, actually. Us store owners have been chatting about it. Been mocking Flood a bit.
It's my fault that I like clothes.
You are a pretty lady, so I understand.
I'm just trying not to go in there all the time, I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. He kind of enjoys the company. We treat everyone that comes to our town as family. But Flood, he seems a bit distant, as if he's like that distant relative that you don't speak too often. Feels like that between us. We try and welcome him, but sometimes he pushes away.
Wonder why? Well, I guess it's because, well, yeah, but
I think it's because of his parents issue.
parents.
Yes. He lost someone, I believe. I'm not sure
Yeah.
which one of it was one of his parents or both. I cannot remember. But
He's lost a lot of people.
he said he lost a lot of people, yeah, and he moved here to get away from it.
Sucks, because he used to be in, like, my area of Ganas, and I didn't realize that until it was too late. And he doesn't want to go back, which also sucks.
Ah.
Oh,
He did
I need to
say
stop.
to me a little while ago that he was more than happy to be a pen pal to me.
I know. Mm. You, out of character, right? I was telling Scythe about this. It's just like, how has Ruby not tried to woo him? And I'm like, because I've been holding her back. Anyway. Don't give him a hard time about me going in, though. But definitely try to talk to him as much as he can.
Of course, we are family. Well, not really family, but you understand
Yeah.
what I mean.
I understand. Alright. Well, if you need anything before I leave, feel free to tell me. I don't know when I'm leaving. I'm just waiting for the brew at this point.
Well, how about this? You come back to my store. I can give you something that could be useful for future.
Okay.
But
Are you sure?
you need someone who's skilled enough to apply it.
Oh. Okay.
It's quite rare. I will admit, it's very rare in fact.
What is it?
No, it's too expensive. I shouldn't. Not. I'll go with a substitute. I still feel bad. Take this, and like he reaches underneath the counter, pulls out a amethyst. About the size price of about 10 gold.
No, you don't. No.
I feel bad. You clearly went through a bit with that ruffian. And
I'm
I also want
rich
to
enough as it is. You don't have to give me anything.
take it and sell it for your friends. Clearly, you lot could use a bit of a party fund. Put it towards that.
Okay. She hesitantly takes it. 'Cause she doesn't want to take it, but she takes it anyway.
Yeah, just mark it down as like an amethyst. It's 100 gold for the actual amethyst on D&D Beyond, but just reset the price to 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Look, and if you want, I make more profit than that guy actually offered me. I sometimes get gems gifted to me by the community. So I understand you not wanting to accept that as someone who is also somewhat rich himself. You obviously have way more than I do, but I'm not the one to judge. And I don't flash my wealth that too much.
I only flash it because that's all I know how to do.
Ah. Party girl, eh?
Exactly, just mummy's little girl, you know.
Ah. Well,
Anyway,
you keep that
thank
safe.
you. I will.
And you didn't receive it from me. Me rubs his nose.
Okay. I want to give you a hug. She like opens her arms. Give me a
Yeah,
hug.
like, he's behind a counter, but like he reaches over and gives it like a hug. He pats your back and stuff.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna go to the place I was not wanting to go to.
Tell him I said hi. And watch
I
his
will.
eyes. It will be funny.
Okay. She walks off. Fuck, what's his name again?
Jet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ruby.
Flood was the guy that you liked.
Yeah, I know. He's the only one I remember. Alright. Ruby walks in.
Yeah, you
Um,
step inside. He seems to be out back again.
Hey, Flood.
He steps out immediately. Yeah, hey, how are you?
I'm okay. Jet says hi.
Right, he rolls his eyes.
Ruby has a good laugh. And she goes, "Oh, he told me to look at your eyes when I say that."
He rolls his eyes again. Of course he did. Word has been spreading quite quickly, in fact.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
Don't worry. How are you anyway? Are you feeling a bit better?
I'm feeling better. Definitely. I'm definitely gonna give that guy a hard time every time I see him, but you know.
Honestly, he came in earlier and he offered to fix it up. I actually denied. I said I've been getting a bit fond of it. That was obviously a lie. I just swallowed my pride.
He just accepted it.
Yeah, I would have, but receiving gold from the rich, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Ruby's just just standing there like, I don't know how to talk about that.
Especially when you offered to fix it.
I literally just dropped like a few coins somewhere where he would find it eventually.
He clearly hasn't found it, by the way.
Thank God. um. Is there a chance I could have another dress?
Another dress is the one
I mean-
that I gave you fine?
Oh, I love it. See?
Any
But-
damages? I can patch it up if you'd like.
No, I just like having more than one.
Right. Sorry, I'm just getting a reference picture of what we decided upon.
Yeah, it was I
fine.
don't have a you know what
I can share it.
was.
It's that one.
Yeah. And I'm just like, of course you know how I made it, but like
It's the one on the left.
yeah.
But if you'd like, I can make something. Yes. Probably I don't really have much of that pink fabric that I used the last time.
How about
But
something a little different?
something different. Okay. I can do that. You name a color and I probably have it. Other than pink.
How about How about green?
Green. Wouldn't that clash with your, no offense, your color?
There's like, it's like a. Do you have like a lighter green?
A light green? Perhaps.
Not like the crap, but like the bad light green. But you know what I mean. Like kind of like.
Mhm.
Explain it. But like, let's just say I just found something out that's to do with that color,
Right.
and I think I told you about it.
Did
Sure.
I can't remember. I've had a lot of customers today.
It's okay.
Hmm. Well, green, light green, in fact. Lime green? Would that do? He,
I don't know.
walks over to, like, the desk. It's probably actually over here. Looks over at the desk. Like, he reaches under and then, like, notices the gold, but doesn't say anything, and then just, like, basically places the book down.
Shit.
Like, he clearly noticed it, like, his eyes diverted to it, and then, like, switched back. Well, lime. I've got bits and pieces of fabric. I usually cut off a corner so I can put it in here and just memorize what I've got. This could work. How does this lime look? It's like kind of like a nice looking lime. It's got a little bit of like brown texturing on the sides of it and stuff like that.
We can try it.
I could, yes. I could mix it with this green as well, and like flicks to another page, and it's a bit of a darker green, kind of the green on the map over in the inn. So it's kind of like the lime on the end there, and then the dark green on the other.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Was
Yes, well, if that's what you'd like, sure. I can get that taken care of right away.
Do it. Duper's gonna be so mad that I spent money again.
as long as you're not spending from the party fund.
Nope.
So we're just trying to find a decent picture reference. Probably not that one. Here's a nice light sort of one. Now, did you want it in a dress? Like you're saying from like the other room. Ruby.
Actually, yeah. Let's do a dress.
Okay, that makes it a little bit more of a challenge, but I can definitely.
Oh!
No, it's okay.
Oh, if you'd like something, if you'd like to try like a two-piece or something, we could try that.
Actually, no, I've got something in mind.
Okay.
Photos for scene development.
I mean, I want to see what you come up with.
He eventually comes out. Rubies. Desert. Clothing. 2.
desert clothing.
And he eventually comes out with a nice green dress. Not really using the lime that he mentioned previously. But comes out with, when it loads, come on, here it is. That.
Yes. I could just. He's starting to actually understand her style, which is adorable.
Hopefully that suffices your style. Additionally, I'll use the gold you've left me underneath the counter. Thank you.
Cool.
To cover the dress.
Come on. I just want to give you something.
I
This is a thank you
appreciate
for
the
being
thought.
around. Alright. Fine.
Hopefully that
Touch.
suits your style, though.
I should try it on.
Of course, there's a changing room over there.
She runs into the change room. Quickly puts on the new dress. And she doesn't even have to change anything. Like, it's perfect.
It has pockets.
Ruby runs out with her hands in the pockets like...
Just yelling pockets.
It has pockets! You know, the normal dance
Don't
that
know
girls do.
Why dresses don't have pockets? It makes zero sense. So that's why I subtly put them in. They have hidden seams, so you can't really notice them unless you're actively looking.
Damn it, you're amazing.
Don't worry about it. But the money you left me, I'll cover it on that. Don't worry. Anyway, I should get back to my business. I had a dress that I was also making for someone else.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner and I'm gonna write something. Not for you, don't worry.
All good.
And she starts writing a letter.
Sure thing. We'll switch over to Licinia. What is Licinia doing now that time has been spent?
Well, now that I can actually see what's going on, and my mic hasn't broken itself.
It cut out for a second, so it sounded like you did. I was just about to laugh my head off.
Oh god. No, just the entire thing just crashes right now.
Yeah. Anyway, so what would you like to do?
I will. I haven't met Flood yet, have I?
I think it was Reginald. I'm sorry, I'm just responding to Mel.
Yes, that's right.
And you haven't met Flood yet?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think
don't-
you haven't, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever went into that building. I'm pretty sure Vahesh got our other gear. Not Vahesh, Debur.
No, it was Black Knight, I think. That went in as well.
Right.
Yeah, it was Black Knight and me. I don't think anyone else has really seen him.
It was Reginald. I just spelled different.
Nice. You'll see the spelling I was thinking of later. What happened to me?
Right, now you walk by, there's some like or desert goblins. They're all like waving stuff at you. Like one waves like a bit of sand thrown at you and starts pointing towards your weaponry. One specifically pointing at you, like, and waves a. So I'm just throwing your other token on the map because it hasn't updated. One points at like the braces that you're wearing.
Does anything that they have catch my eye?
Nah.
Alright. Might as well see what all the fuss is about this guy.
Step inside,
Oh.
you see Ruby sitting in the corner, seeming to write a letter by the looks of it.
What a coincidence. Give a short wave to Ruby.
Hey. You found my happy place.
It seems so. So
And you notice that she's changed into... and this is totally new for Ruby. Something green. That's really flattering.
Quite a garish dress that you have.
Oh, thank you. I just got it. He's amazing.
And you must be this flirt I've heard so much about.
Yes, sorry. I'm currently in a commission, but yes. What can I do for you?
Oh. Depends what you have.
Well, I can do desert gear for you if you need any. I have other clothing as well, but mostly it's to do with desert. I can
Here's a proper...
commission a nice dress if you'd like.
No, thank you. But I do have a proposition. I'll pull out the moon mask.
Mm-hmm.
Could you convert this into something, well, less... more attuned to the desert and less... I don't even know what to call this style. Moon?
Right. It's a wood. I've never really worked with wood before, but... It might be a bit out of my capabilities, but I can try something if you'd like.
I believe there was an enchantment on it, so be careful not to scrape that off.
Ooh. If it's got an enchantment, then yeah, I can't really work with it. How magic items tend to work is it needs a skilled artisan, or a skilled smith who can work with enchantments. Usually the enchantments, how do I put it, encase around items. I'm more attuned at doing clothing when there's an enchantment on it, but a mask, I mean, I could try, but there could be a high chance I accidentally do destroy it.
Surely you can put some paint or just run some cloth on it, right?
I can paint over it, yeah, if you want me to just do that.
It's not really my specialty either. I don't really know much about it.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to assume, but you look very capable of doing that with that mask.
This one's not necessarily enchanted.
Understandable. Look, I will try my best if you want me to do work with it.
Yes.
I'll just try painting over it. I can't really modify the mask, make it look a little bit more fancy for you, but
Oh, that's fine.
well, in that case, it'll cost you about a silver then. As I'd have to get some of the paints for it, but I think I might have some spare paint laying around.
Just 1 silver. Hmm. Take 2.
Much appreciated. Make sure to mark that off.
Yep, I'm doing that now. On
And-
D&D Beyond.
Yep, that's all good. I prefer it on D&D Beyond because then it's more there.
Yeah.
I'll have this done in about... paint needs to dry a couple hours. Are you still going to be in town?
I don't see why not.
Excellent. Then, yeah, a couple hours. Feel free to go to the inn, have a drink. There's the general store, you could head over there. Or if you want to go for a walk around, feel free doing that as well.
Yes.
Avoid the goblins.
I am quite aware of that.
Yeah.
I'll give a little wave to Ruby again as I exit.
She's like busy riding away.
Yeah.
You can see her
You
like
step
lost
outside,
in it.
the goblins are immediately on you like wolves again. You're just like,
I'll trade you this and that!
No, nothing you have interests me.
Cheapskate!
Make my way down this way. Might as well check out the general store.
yep. You head into the general store. Inside the general store is... have you been in here yet?
I think we were in here once, but like Debrew did all the talking.
That's right, yeah. You'll look over and he's just like, hello there. You're that one that accompanied the half-orc, if you remember me.
Yes, that is me.
Yeah. Well, what can I do for you? I sell any general sort of wares.
I just wanted to see what you had.
Browsing.
Pretty much.
Well, I do offer a bit of the hot weather sort of stuff. Flood sells the desert clothing. I sell more your canteens, your rations. I also provide compasses, maps, a bit more of the richer sort of things. I do sell a spyglass, but they're quite expensive. I do sell daggers. Those are it though. Don't really sell the more tougher sort of weapons like a long sword or short sword. I do, however, have, where is it? He looks underneath the counter. Dodge there. Opens up one of the cupboards. There it is. This short bow. It's the only one I've got, but if you want a short bow, there's one there. Don't worry, it's not enchanted. Well, it isn't enchanted, but what do I mean? Like, you prefer it to be enchanted, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I think I am. Would that be under simple weapons, actually?
I will have a look-see for you. I think it isn't. I think it comes under a martial weapon. but I'll double check.
Yeah.
Short bow. It comes under the proficiency with the short bow allows you to. What is it under? So ranged weapons. Weapon type simple.
Alright. Mm.
Pretty simple weapon to use. String's not too hard to pull back, so should be fine.
That could be useful.
Would be useful for someone like you. You clearly don't have much weapons on you, but I'm probably guessing your fist is the best weapon you've got.
I suppose you could say that. Although I have found myself out of range. For the most
Range is usually everyone's downfall. Unless you're one of those mage folks. Or one of those hunters. But, yeah. Don't get many in those parts.
Before I get my hopes up, how much would it cost?
For a bow, here's my D&D shit. Bow. Short bow. Well, for a short bow, it's about 25 gold. I'll be generous. I had your fire ganassi here a little while ago in store. I'll say 20 gold for you.
Maybe not then.
Bit out of your price range, eh?
Quite a lot.
If you want, I'm more than happy trading.
I don't really have much to trade either, though.
Oh, good. Perhaps you could always find one out in the wilderness somewhere. Might be a bit damaged, or it might be somewhat good quality.
Well, what I have will have to do. I'm sure throwing these weird spectral daggers should be fine.
Well, if you got some sort of magic item, then definitely that would be good for you.
It would probably be a good idea for me to stock up on rations, though.
Sounds good.
I'll just buy 4.
Yep. 4 rations, was it?
Yes.
Rations. 1 day's ration. 5 silver. So that'll be 5 silver for 1 day's worth.
Yep. So that's 20 silver then.
Yep. So 2 gold.
Dog. Hang on. There we go. 2 gold. And oh. Good.
Oh, he froze. Well, if that's the case, we'll switch over to, we'll say Azura. So you're sitting still with the other two. What would you like to do, Azura? Seeing that you're muted by the beliefs of it?
No, I just unmuted.
Yep.
Yeah, Zora's sort of just thinking about everything that's just been discussed. Thinking about Luciana, debating whether or not she should approach them about that about it, or allow them to tell them in their own time. She's also just generally thinking about what was said about herself, about like her Nana and Papa, and she's thinking about the
The owl.
She's thinking about the letter as well and the Aarakocra.
Yep.
Curious to what's happened there, where her letter may be,
From
and
what
whether
you
or
can
not
tell, it was recent, the letter.
What do you mean?
Like, from basically what he was saying, like, it happened recently.
Yeah. No, she's just curious to like that kind of stuff as well. So a lot of thoughts going through her mind. She's also debating whether or not she should tell Winter the truth, because like the way Zora's thinking about it is like they're unintentionally tied in with the Golden Rose now. And the more that they know about what they're doing, the more that they could be protected, is kind of her thoughts.
Yeah.
So yeah, the two ladies could clearly see that there's a lot going through her mind. Yeah.
Alright. So just sitting there, contemplating everything then?
Yeah, at the moment, I mean, I didn't really have any other plan. I mean, probably at one point she'll probably look to Winter and just say, you shared a lot with me. It's only fair that I share with you.
Well, if it's private, we can always move this to another room. I don't really have the magic capabilities unless I use my higher magic, but even then, I don't really want to waste that sort of magic.
Completely understandable. We can just move up to one of the rooms.
Right. Well, there's one of the side rooms. We can even move into the closet over there if you really want.
Are we still renting the room are we renting a room tonight?
I think you guys still had the rooms. I can't remember now. I think it was like 1 silver or something like that for the night. Hang on, I'll just double check. Rooms. In stay, there we go. It is a poor quality, so 1 silver. Yeah. It was 1 silver for each night.
I feel like Azora will be like, yeah, we could go down, we could go up to the rooms, like, my friends and I need to get a room for tonight anyway, so...
A room, they say. I can use just 1 silver. You can tap it on this counter right now. It's for the lot of you, so you'd have to give everyone 1 coin. And I think it was for 2 rooms, wasn't it? So 2 silver. And like basically, Winter walks over to the counter and taps down the gold. Keep the change. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Winter. You didn't need to pay for us, but it's appreciated.
One with the rose. She taps her like beak and then walks over. I'll drag you over.
And I will assume that that is some sort of like motto. Is that a motto?
Well, yes, we have a couple. It's more of a phrase. It just means you are one that knows.
I like it. Once entering one of the rooms, Zora will lock the door and then go over to one of the beds and just sit down on them, and look towards Winter. I'm not really sure where to begin, but how about you just ask me a question and then I go from there?
Well, what were you really doing in the desert then?
Well, I could answer that by saying the reason why we actually came to Sabras was that we were in search of the Temple of the Moon and the Temple of the Sun. What do you know about that?
Very little, in fact. It's something that we had learnt about, especially recently, as was more coming up. There was something about a temple created by both the sun and moon gods, god and goddess. So the god of the sun, Celipus, and the goddess of the moon, Serene. But we believe that the temples that they created were for more greater means. Do you have something that associates with that?
Yes. So the temples relate to the gods, as you were correct there. While we're over in Riddleport, we were assigned a task to help Elwyn Waters, as you,
Right.
I assume, already know.
Yes.
And we end.
The Night Stones did tell us about that.
We discovered the true artifacts. They were eggs.
A true artifact, and it was an egg.
Eggs.
Eggs. Elaborate.
Dragon eggs.
Dragon eggs. She
To
immediately
be-
casts like the private sanctum.
You take her long.
It's gonna be at 5th level, so higher. But like she basically, how I'll describe it at 5th level is basically you see the walls rather than it being like somewhat translucent, so you can kind of see through it. It's now like pitch black, so you can't even see through it. Right.
Yep.
Tell me what these eggs really are. Like, are you sure they're dragon eggs?
I don't think I can be any more sure by the fact that she pauses, had direct confirmation from the gods themselves
Right.
and orders from them to protect their
So,
children.
are you saying the dragon god actually spoke to you? How is that even possible?
She nods. It's complicated. To begin with, it was through dreams. The most recent one was it was in real life, but not in real life at the same time. I was awake, but not awake.
Interesting.
With that, she's gonna lift up her t-shirt. And like if Winter's watching this, she'll see the satchel be revealed underneath the t-shirt.
Interesting
And
satchel you have.
Azora just gives a small
Why
smile.
is it just black? It has a nice pattern, yes, but why are you revealing this to me? Is there something more to it?
Just wait and see. And with that, she's gonna open up the satchel and she's gonna put both of her hands in and bring out the white egg.
As soon as you start pulling it out, she'll see the actual scales appear on the bag as you pull this egg out. Oh my god. Is that enchanted? That must be some
Azora,
powerful magic.
it's enchanted so only I and those in my party can remove the egg. And like by now she's got the egg out and it's on her lap. I lost the other egg because the enchantment wasn't there. That's why we're at that temple.
The egg is beautiful. White scales.
It's the child of Asclepius. There.
Syllabus.
Celipus. It's the one word I can't say.
Cell?
Cell
Pus.
of the pus. Celipus. It's the child of Celipus. And
Right. And this other egg, what you lost it? How was this because of the attack on the manor?
yes, some of them directly attacked me, knowing that I had the eggs, and
Right.
they stole the other child.
Interesting.
That's why we're at that temple. That's why we're late to coming back here. Because we were trying to get the egg back. I was trying to get the egg back.
Intriguing. Do you mind if I hold it?
Zora's a little hesitant, but
Very delicate.
yeah, she does hand it over.
She looks at it, basically holding it. It's warm to the touch. Very unique. The scales, they're rough, but also feel smooth. Fascinating. And you say you found it.
We found them at the crumbling labyrinth, and that's when we were tasked as the protectors of the children.
We went to the crumbling labyrinth. That was one of the first places we went to. We questioned the archaeologists there. They did mention you lot, as how we started tracking you lot. But basically, they said somewhat of the same things, but they were very vague in their answering, because they didn't fully see the eggs. Now, additionally, there was some new passages that opened up in the labyrinth. Perhaps that's another place you should investigate, as it might have something involved with the egg, then.
That would be a good idea. It's why we're actually not leaving Sabras yet. Well, we have to find where the Temple of the Sun is,
Right.
because without that temple, this egg can't hatch.
So wait, you were at the Temple of the Moon, correct?
Nods.
And the other one was stolen. Would that mean that they were there? Because that's what Rose was saying. That you lot had an encounter with the Order of the Sun and Moon.
Correct.
Were they trying to do some sort of thing there? Involving the egg?
They were trying to hatch the egg, but
Right.
we don't know what they want to do with the eggs. The parents of these children, the gods, the dragon gods,
Right.
they've tasked me. They contact me personally. They haven't contacted anyone else in the party, just me personally.
Lost connection. Hello?
That's... Hello, I'm here.
Sorry. Yeah, it just said I lost connection on Foundry, so I was just concerned that I lost connection entirely.
Hey,
The task... They tasked me and the others with protecting the eggs
Right.
and bringing them to the temples so they could be born. But I'm worried about what the cult of the Sun and Moon wants to do with the egg they have,
Right.
and so are the parents. I kind of have an oath bound to them, and if I don't, it'll spell bad consequences for me.
Seems like you definitely have ensnared yourself in a bit of dangerous activities.
I don't regret it though.
No,
It's
it's
helped
an
me-
excellent cause, and she hands back over the egg. But I think we should definitely get that egg hatched. It means it's out of the way of the Order of the Sun and Moon, but I fear that they might... If they were hatching the egg, do you think they could have already succeeded in this? Now that they have. Like, did you manage to stop them in time, or...?
I believe we stopped them in time, because by the way that Elowyn reacted, it sounded as if she didn't get to finish the ritual and the egg wasn't fully finished hatching. But I don't know whether or not they needed to continue the ritual there, seeing that they began it there. We don't have enough information yet, and
Was there any
that's why we're hoping to
details
find
on
the temple.
the temple that you could have used? Perhaps there might have been information that could have told you how to stop it.
We didn't stick around to check. We kind of needed.
Right. No,
We were all
it's
quite
understandable.
badly injured, and Black Knight. Well, you saw how
She
they
was
were.
very injured.
She was very injured.
Look, like, do you have the location of where it is? I can send a couple scouts to check it out.
We haven't been able to discover the location yet.
Right.
And the gods can't tell me either, because they don't know.
Mama did actually mark it on the map for you guys. I will let you
She did?
Yeah.
I thought she said that she didn't know. Oh well.
She knew the rough location, but she couldn't really pinpoint it because it is such a small thing to notice in the desert.
Okay, that makes more sense. Take back what I said then.
Like, if it was to be drawn on the map, it would be a circle and then many X's in that circle.
We've got a radius of the rough area that it's in, but nothing. We don't exactly fully know.
Well, perhaps we can investigate that area and hopefully find it. Might take a day or two, but that information will help. Very much appreciated. Now, keep the egg safe. Hatch it when you can. That needs to be your top priority, okay?
It is my top priority.
Well, I'm glad.
Like, she's still holding the egg. Yeah,
Like
she hasn't.
Move? I can keep this between just us if you really want. I mean, the Order of the Rose will keep it on tight-knit if you really want us to know.
The main reason I was telling you was because you told me so much. You helped me. You helped me see some things, and it was fair, and I knew I could trust you. And it's not that I don't trust your others. I'm just more worried about the eggs. But if you trust the Order, I trust them.
A new age.
And
sorry, it finally clicked to me. A new age. They'll come closer to each other after a tragic end of an ally, and then they will grow closer once a new age has been brought to the present. A creature, the egg, lost to the old, and with it the new age comes. The destiny is true. It isn't just a destiny, it's a prophecy.
I was kind of thinking along the same lines.
No wonder you believed me.
It's hard not to believe when the clues were there.
Right, well, look, I will keep this secret. My lips are sealed. It will die with me if I were to die on battle. Or if someone tried to interrogate me, I would do anything in my means to keep that information secret.
I really appreciate that, Winter. And I know the others do too.
I shouldn't be doing this. And she basically pulls off her ring. Take this. That will get you in places that normally you wouldn't be able to access.
Azora accepts the ring and just looks at it, see what the looks like and everything.
It's a small golden ring, and basically it's a signet ring. And on the little signet, there is a small little golden rose. Now, additionally, if I could tell you anything more about who you might be, I will let you know. Nox, he was very secretive, but especially about his information to do with that destiny, that prophecy. I do hope that one day you can discover what you might be. Perhaps it might evolve greater than we could ever expect, and hopefully you find out one day that information and it can bring light to you. So right now you're surrounded by a darkness of mystery that you don't know who you are. By golly, if I could help, I would.
No, I appreciate what you've told me so far. It's allowed me to come to some self-realization.
I'm glad. Look, I would love to keep this conversation going, but I need to find Hoove. I won't tell
Understandable.
him. I'll keep it secret, but I'll let him know that we've had a conversation. That's it.
Zora nods. Thank you,
I'll
Winter.
also keep a scout looking for your friend DeBrew.
Oh, I know I appreciate that.
Understand. Have a good day. I probably won't be staying here long, so when I leave, I'll let you guys know. But good luck out there. She basically taps her wing on your shoulder and then nods and then walks out, dismissing the spell. My fucking foundry's glitched out. Right.
Alright, let's cut to the others. I stole enough time then.
Yeah. We'll switch over to Lucinia again, seeing that Lucinia did cut out. Well, is there anything else you'd like?
Try to. Yeah. Okay. I think that will probably be all.
More than happy.
Actually, I don't suppose you supply lockpicks.
Well, lockpicks aren't that common, especially in the general store, but looks you up and down. I can offer you some, and like, he basically reaches under the counter, pulls out a small little tin, opens it up. There's a bunch of like, sort of thieves' goods in there and stuff. I've got a couple of lockpicks here if you want them. Thieves' tools are a bit expensive though.
I'm looking for one more advanced.
Just elaborate.
There's something that can deal with locks with fail safes.
A lock with fail-safes. I can. Let me see. Fail-safes. Don't really have much of that sort of stuff. It's mostly just lock picks. I can always put out a word for you. Obviously, anonymously. But someone is looking for an advanced lockpick.
That would be appreciated.
Can do.
Hopefully it doesn't cost too much.
Probably will. I mean, lockpicks, thieves' tools, I should say, they're about 25 gold each. And, well, it brings you a set, but the lockpicks themselves come in it and more other thieves' tools sort of stuff. The lockpicks themselves is about 5 gold each.
For now, I'll stick with what I have.
Sorry, it'd probably be like about 2 gold each.
Mm.
Well, whatever works for you then. He like closes it up and puts it underneath the counter again.
A pleasure doing business.
Pleasure doing business with you too.
And pop out. Ah. Let's see.
Can you do a perception check as you
Oh.
step outside?
There it is. Hey, nice. 22.
Yeah. You can almost way off in the distance. You hear the faintest of noises. You're not too sure of what, but it has an echoing voice to it.
Hang on.
Mhm.
No, that's what I was getting interrupted there.
No, but like it almost has like an echoey boom to this noise, like a voice,
Which way is it coming from?
almost like a growling sound. It's coming from the northeast of the map.
That's
And then the sound
probably can't be good.
diminishes.
Alright, I will... Yeah, I'll... To the northeast, you said?
Mhm.
Make my way over that way then.
I think probably like one guard, like probably like kind of doing a patrol around town. Like he would walk over. What are you doing?
I heard something. Didn't you?
I did, but probably a sandworm. Usually not coming out this far, but there's a very low percent there is. I suggest staying near town, especially near the water.
So it's safe?
Should be, as long as you stay within the town's limits.
Right. I certainly wouldn't want to have to deal with one of those. At least not yet. Thank you for the warning. Everything good?
Hmm?
Did you hear me through all that?
Yeah, I was just reading something. Well,
Okay.
Stay out of trouble. And like, walks back off.
You too. Hang on. Do I have... No, I do not.
A bit of like a hill incline over there, by the way.
Yeah. That sounds... I'd say it's probably not a good idea. But then again, when have I ever listened to a god?
Oh.
I will...
We'll quickly cut to Ruby. We've got 10 minutes. And I'll
Yep.
get you to do a
Yes.
perception before we do.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. 15.
Cool. Alright. Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby finishes her letter, And she stands up. And she starts to walk out. She goes, "See you, Flight. I'm just off to get to post some mail."
Right, they're very lovely over there, so have fun.
Oh, they've seen me before. They probably hate me now. Bye! And she goes all the way up Aarakocra. Well, she gets to about here, I'm guessing.
They probably recognize you by now, so they just let you through.
Yeah, boy! Goes all the way through. Head held high. Goes up to the freaking tower.
You enter the tower, like, basically the young Aarakocra boy, like, looks at you. How may I help you?
Hey,
Hi.
I need to send a letter.
To whom?
To Reginald, my butler, back at home.
Reginald, your butler, and whereabouts is that?
Oh, my home in Ganas.
Right, Ganas. And what's his last name?
Well, it's at the Quartz family home, so...
Oh, Quartz family home. Right, I can do that.
His last name is the Butler. So
Reginald, like, the Ruby has no clue. She doesn't really listen to that part.
Right, I can send that letter for you. That will be... what are you using for means of sending? We offer Aarakocra delivery, which is standard, and teleportation delivery, which is a bit more expensive. Looks to it like the person behind you, they nod, and then, like, looks back to you.
Oh, you're training?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's okay.
I plan to be one day a messenger.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something.
Uh-huh.
Alright, this is just to test you.
Okay.
How much is the teleportation delivery, and how much is the Aarakocra delivery?
Well, so Aarakocra, it can vary between 1 to 10 gold, depending if you're flying interstate or out of state. And for teleportation, it's 1,000 gold for out of state, and is it 500 or 200? 500. And, like, he looks over to, like, clearly his supervisor behind you, and, like, he nods. Awesome. Yeah, so 1,000 for out of state, and then 500 for interstate.
Smart. Alright. I'm thinking about going Aarakocra delivery.
Okay, it can take a couple days, but Ganas isn't too far, so that will be about 5 gold.
Here you go.
Yep. So hand over 5 gold, make sure you mark it off.
Yes. There we go. I'm just gonna check it's marked off on the things. Oh god. I haven't updated this side. There we go. Alright. All marked off.
Right. Can you do a perception for me?
Oh god.
Azura, can you also do a perception for me? I love that both the Ganassis rolled 12.
Are you kidding
And
me?
both plus 3. Surprisingly, everyone can hear this. Now, for Lucinia, who makes it up the hill,
I wasn't.
You can
Yeah,
just
sure.
go up to there. Like, it's kind of like still a bit hilly, a bit further up. But you can see this off in the distance, and it echoes. Sound. Sadly, you guys aren't on stream, but sound of a very ominous roar.
Oh no, not the devil of the brass.
Through the city, and in the distance, you see it. A black creature flapping its wings towards the town. And that is where we leave the session.
God.
After I show the picture.
Yep.
Not the devil's the brass, but something just as bad.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.